Hello guys, so this video is about what happened today on the foreign currencies and what is about to happen tomorrow, or what will happen tomorrow. That is my forecast. And what I do always is I look at the dollar index, because the dollar index is a driver of the foreign currencies because they are negatively correlated. So here we are now on the dollar index. We have the dollar index and we are on the weekly time frame here. So the first thing I do is that I look out for is external range liquidity to internal range liquidity, and also internal range liquidity to external range liquidity. We can see here on the chart what we had last week was that, price, take out the external range liquidity. And what are we expecting? We're expecting price to move into the internal liquidity because we're coming from the internal range liquidity in form of fair value gap, and we're taking out external range liquidity in form of what? Swing low, which is old low. So here on the weekly time frame, what do we have? We see that we've taken out external range liquidity, as we've said, and we're expecting price to go into the internal range liquidity, but we don't have, fair value gap in this range. But what we are going to be doing, we're going to be looking at for other PDRAs within the range, because we have this high. If you put your, your markup from this high to this low, we see that the main threshold is this level. So what are we expecting? We're expecting price to, come to the mid threshold, or if peradventure price will start retracing from this 0.75 level, which is 75% level. But as we speak now, I'm more of bullish than bearish this week, even though the overall bias is what is bearish, but we want to see a form of retracement. So for more clarity, let's go to the daily time frame. Here on the daily time frame, what do we see? Like we've said, external, internal, internal, external, and we'll be looking at fair value gaps and other institutional levels. So here we see external range liquidity taken. So yesterday, this is Monday. If you look below this line, we see Monday, and we see price went bearish and rejected. So yesterday, I have a video. You can check on the video. I said, okay, since we are rejecting, we might see price going bullish, and we have some level that price we want to see price enter, being the institutional level. We want to see price to enter, and one of it is this volume imbalance as well as this fair value gap, because of the external range liquidity we've taken at this level as well as this external range liquidity taken. We want to see price coming back into the range. However, above this fair value gap, we also have this relative equal high that price might tap, So this is what we have. But on the 4 hours time frame, we can see that it did as we forecasted, because yesterday when price rejected here, we saw a fair value gap. And I said in the video, for me to be bullish, I want to see price disrespecting this fair value gap. However, today we see price created this fair value gap, as well as price disrespected this fair value gap. This would have been a beautiful trade, but because it has not met what I want to see, I didn't trade today. But tomorrow I want to see more of trading. Why? Because I've seen my setup. One of the things I look out for is I want to see an imbalance as well as SMT. We have this imbalance and we have SMT, so this is a bullish prices. And also we have closed above this fair value gap. You see, this is a fair value gap, and we have closed above it already. So what am I expecting? I'm expecting to see, price coming into this level, because this is a potential fair value gap, coming into this level, so that what we can trade up to this fair value gap. So tomorrow, if price did not fill this fair value gap before tomorrow, I want to see price, either coming to this fair value gap or respecting this volume imbalance, because we have now we have the potential of closing. Price has the potential of closing above this volume imbalance, so we might see higher prices. So tomorrow I want to see something like this, to this level, or I want to see something like this from here. I want to see to this level. So if dollar index will be going bullish, what are we expecting on the foreign currencies? We want to see bearish prices. So let's go to the Euro USD. What happened on the Euro USD? On the Euro USD, we want to go to the To the daily time frame. On the daily time frame, we see price rejected, and today we see a sell. And yesterday, I said, okay, if really want to be retracing back into range, this fair value gap will be target. So here, we want to see how price, reacts at the close of the day today and also tomorrow. Let's see. But tomorrow will be this fair value gap will be our target. However, on the daily, if we don't violate this fair value gap, we have the potential of price going bullish. Yes, from this level here to this level. But if, price violate this, close below it, we can see price respecting it and then coming down to this particular level. So, but right now, what I want to see is that I want to see price, coming back into this, down close candle, up close candle, and then for bearish prices up to this level if this has not been, the fair value gap has not been utilized. So for our time frame, what do we have? What do we have, guys? Yesterday I said, okay, this fair value gap is a first line of defense, and we have seen price closing below it. So I want to see price retracing back small into this range, because this is a bearish block on the 1 hour that was violated, and also this fair value gap. So we must see price coming back into this range for lower prices if truly will be going lower. So, and also within this range that is fair value gaps, I will also be looking at for SMT divergence. So for on the 1 hour time frame, you see on the 1 hour time frame, we see price doing the same, closing below this fair value gap, and then this breaker block was disrespected. We see price coming into this. This would have been a good trade from this point, because we see an inverted breaker block, a violation of this breaker block, and price returning back into it. We see price violating it, price violate the breaker block, and then come back into it, respecting the main threshold. This could have been a good trade. But what am I expecting tomorrow? I want to see if truly we want to continue bearish. I want to see price coming to this level. And also, I'll be looking at imbalance and SMT for me to continue bearish. But as we speak now, based on what we are seeing now, I will be looking at 4 bearish prices coming tomorrow, except, otherwise on the dollar index. So on GBPUSD is also the same thing. On the daily time frame, let's start on the daily time frame. We see that SR liquidity has been taken, and also we'll be expecting this level. Yesterday I said this order block will be our line of defense, and we can see that we have violated the order block. So tomorrow this will serve as our breaker block, because why? We have swing high, another high, and this will serve our breaker block. I want to see price coming back into it for another lower prices, and the next target will be this fair value gap. And if this fair value gap is violated, I want to see this low being taken out. So tomorrow also will be bearish prices for. And also on the 4 hours time frame, what do we have? We have the same thing. This fair value gap has been, violated, and also this breaker block on the 1 hour has been violated. So I want to see price coming into this low, taking out this low, but I want to see price going, bullish small, and then what? Bearish. So I want to see lower prices tomorrow also on the on the GBPUSD. The same thing on the 1 hour, we see it here. Today's trade happened here. You see there's an SMT here, and price went bearish. So this was today's trade. I didn't take it. We see an SMT here, because why? Just after the Asian session, price did not take out the high of the Asian session. But let me show you something. On what? On Euro USD, we see price taking out the high. You see? Do you see it? Yes. Price taking out the high. So we have an SMT. And on dollar, what do we have? We see price taking out the low, SMT. So this is it, guys. So this is what I have on the trade for tomorrow. And I want to see price, doing as we speak. So guys, if you're new to this channel, like and also share the video, and also subscribe this channel for more information. So thank you and bye bye.